This hill, literally called Arthur's Seat, today evokes memories of this legendary king and his noble knights of the Round Table. This legend, born in the 5th century, which continues to fuel the imagination, is in fact a synthesis of the grand themes of Celtic myth, made up of 3 essential symbolic elements: the stone, symbol of magic; the sword, symbol of power; and water, symbol of creativity. Kingless, after the death of Uther, England searches for a legitimate sovereign. In order to solve the tricky problem of succession, the wizard Merlin thrusts the magic sword into a rock, affirming that the one who is able to withdraw Excalibur will legitimately inherit the throne. Successful, Arthur will be crowned king by Merlin, provoking a rebellion by the other pretenders. After courageously vanquishing his enemies thanks to the magical qualities of Excalibur, Arthur marries the beautiful Guinevere. Her father offers the young king a round table, where he and his knights can sit, where no man has a more important placing than another. A replica of this legendary round table hangs in the Great Hall in Winchester, around which one can easily imagine Arthur and his knights. It's in Monmouth that the legend of Arthur is born, for it is in this city that Geoffrey of Monmouth is born, author of the Historia Regium Britanniae, the first recorded version of the Arthurian legend. In reality, Arthur would have been, at the very best, a chieftain of a Gallic clan, successfully repelling Anglo-Saxon invaders wishing to occupy the land.
He was a king who was, well, he was a war chieftain, or a king who was an assassin, a thief, who struggled a lot against priests. And certain historical people attached themselves to Arthur for political reasons. It was politics that motivated the first kings of England, the Plantagenets, notably Henry II, who needed to ally himself with the Gaulois to fight against the Saxons. As people already spoke about Arthur in Wales, he proclaimed himself a descendant of King Arthur.
So it is that the Arthurian epoch invades the European Middle Ages before conquering the West. It is in Tintagel, in Cornwall, that Geoffrey of Monmouth places Arthur's birth. In several versions of the legend, Percival, Gawain and Tristan would also have lived in Tintagel. As for the wizard Merlin, he would have lived in the cave located underneath the castle, now in ruins. In large part, the magic surrounding the Arthurian stories comes from the great confusion surrounding this legendary personage. In Wales, Cornwall, Scotland, and in Brittany, 17 different sites claim to be the theater of Arthur's last battle. 25 castles affirm that they shelter the famous Round Table. 5 ponds are recognized as being the spot where Arthur surrenders Excalibur to the waves. And not less than 9 villages claim to be the last resting place of this legendary king.